Hey everybody, Dr. Dunlop from Full Arch Masters here. Welcome to another edition of the Full Arch Masters podcast. And today I want to do something kind of special because we just wrapped up our first ever FP1 course. And the doctors who came from all over the country to learn how to do minimally invasive full arch surgery really got exposed to a lot of advanced technology while they were here. So they got to use facial scanners and 3D scanners, photogrammetry units, CAD design, 3D printers. Literally their entire course was spent interacting with technology. So I thought I would take some time today to go through some of the amazing technology that the attendees who come to Full Arch Masters get to interact with while they're here. We're here in our $1 million room, our technology room that we've assembled all of our technological Avengers, so to speak. And I'm joined here with Camille and Christy, and they're going to help me go through some of the amazing technology that you can expect to see and interact with while you're here at Full Arch Masters. So the first thing that all patients start with is initial presentation and data acquisition. So our two main technology pieces that we use for data acquisition are a cone beam CT. So this is the RayScan 20 by 20, and we use this machine on every single full arch case. And so if you don't have a CBCT in your practice, it's almost a no-brainer at this point, whether you're doing ortho or you're doing endo, you're doing restorative dentistry. There's almost no dental office in the modern era that should exist without a CBCT. So everything starts with a consultation, and the consultation usually starts with imaging. So when you come to Full Arch Masters, you're going to be exposed to in-depth analysis of CBCT data and how we use that to properly diagnose our cases and how to treatment plan. So CBCT is one part of the puzzle, and it is definitely something that we use every day, multiple times a day, and on every single full arch case. The second thing that you're going to get exposed to when you're at Full Arch Masters is intraoral scanners. This is a Trios 4, right? So this is a wired Trios 4, can also be wireless. So you're going to get exposed to a lot of intraoral scanning while you're here at Full Arch Masters. The reason for that is the era of needing to take traditional impressions has gone the way of the dodo. It's gone the way of the dinosaurs. So if you're still taking traditional impressions for your full arch cases, you need to adapt to the modern era and invest in a intraoral scanner. So when you're here at Full Arch Masters, you're going to get exposed to Trios. We have Medit. We have a few other options. The Trios has always been my first choice for full arch scanning. It tends to scan very well in surgical environments. It tends to scan very well in compromised edentulous environments. The color rendering is excellent. The accuracy is excellent. And my technicians who work in the lab prefer scans that come from Trios. So CBCT and intraoral scanners are two incredibly important aspects of what you're going to see at Full Arch Masters. Another little piece of tech that we love to talk about is our illumination. So we do a lot of surgeries here, so you're going to get a chance to use and feel what the Biolumix headlamp looks like. There's one here for every attendee, and you can purchase them and take them home with you from the course. So another little very, very valuable piece of technology. Next, I'm going to hand it off to Camille, and he's going to talk to us about facial scanners.
Yeah, so I'll take it over from here, Ryan, but wanted to point out that you went over two of the main three parts of technology that we use in pre-op, right? Let's talk about the third part of that, and that's going to be facial scanners. Here we have the RayFace and also the Shining MediSmile. They are two kind of go-to facial scanners that we have here at FAM that we utilize. RayFace is great because it does a lot of alignment of data automatically, and especially if you have a Ray scan for your CBCT, I think a RayFace is pretty much a no-brainer because it seamlessly integrates. MediSmile is more of a handheld scanner that is more universal. Doesn't really matter what CBCT you might have, works with any workflow, light, easy to handle, can be used as a desktop, so patient's in front of the scanner and it's scanning the patient, or you can have the handheld version and scan around the patient in the operatory. So this could be pretty much anywhere from op to op and everything like that. It's also very cost effective, right? It produces a really nice mesh. It does have integration with intraoral scanners. that is one key thing, right? So if you're doing a facial scanning, it's really worthless unless you can align that data back to your iOS that you've taken for pre-op, right? We need all of these layers to stack together all the way back to the CBCT. When we can do this, then we can use systems like Navident to control our surgical procedure during surgery and execute our pre-operative plan that is a mixture of CBCT data, intraoral data, and the facial scans, right? A full digitization of the patient.
And that's the head of which is here.
Yep.
So we didn't get the whole unit in, but we've got video that you guys are probably seeing right now of us using it today. So what is this?
So this is the camera head to Navident Evo, the new hardware. There's a nice little cart that goes along with it, and a whole bunch of gadgets that go along with your surgical protocol, right? And I'm sure Jose, who is the man behind the camera here, will splice in some nice video of the surgery and everything like that.
Right.
With that in mind, we've taken the patient from our pre-op, right? We've done DICOM, we've done intraoral scanning, we've done facial, we probably have also added photos, and we've gone in and executed a digitally guided surgery, right? So it's time for a restorative phase. And to handle restorative and photogrammetry is gonna be Christy from iMetric.
Hi, thank you very much.
Welcome to the little digital wonderland.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun being in here. Lots of fun toys.
Right. So tell us about, we use this amazing new machine. This is the new version of the iMetric. Tell us what we did today for our patient, and tell us more about this product.
Yeah, absolutely. So for iMetric, this is the next generation iCam. And for data acquisition and capturing implant position, we have data that shows that in the world of the iMetric data that the iCam is the most accurate way to capture implant position. And the reason behind that is because it's truly the only true photogrammetry system on the market. It's got 4 cameras, which makes it true photogrammetry, and everything else would be stereo photogrammetry. So it does make it unique in that way. The other thing that's interesting is we use titanium scan bodies. And so the titanium is really going to be able to withstand the heat and moisture of an autoclave. And in addition to that, the torque, it's going to be able to withstand that a lot better.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
So I've heard that description before of why having 4 separate cameras is better than having 1 source or 2 sources. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like, why is it? Why did you guys decide to do these 4 cameras?
Yeah, there's a few reasons behind that. One, the best way to really describe it is to think of yourself looking through a forest and trying to look around a tree. If you only have 2 eyes and you're standing in one position, you're not going to be able to see around a tree that's in front of you very easily. Okay. If you had 4 eyes and they were positioned in different areas, then you'd be able to see much better. So you're going to have some redundancy in the data, which is going to be able to capture more data and have the redundancy. But in addition to that, you can get better views, which is why the scan bodies are actually designed specifically to be able to capture those views as well. In terms of how high it is, that's very critical.
Right.
Having the different sides, having black background with white dots is very critical as well to be able to quickly capture that data. So those are all the reasons that we have the 4 cameras, plus the titanium scan bodies that are designed specifically to create that redundancy and to capture all of that data.
Now, we scanned a very, very difficult case today. I have done this for years, so I know the difference between an easily scanned case and a hard scan case. Today's case was very difficult because 4 of the implants were very close together. I had placed those implants 10 years ago, and they were for crown and bridge, so they were literally like 1-2 spot away from each other. I was able to scan the ones that I could see, and then remove the 2 that were blocking the view and scan the back ones. I thought that was a really nice advantage. Instead of having to capture all of the flags at once, you can capture enough of them and then remove the 2 ones that are causing the trouble, and then the rest of the scan was simple. So that's a really nice protocol that you're able to do with this.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, absolutely. In those tough cases, that's absolutely where the iCam can really shine. The other thing I'd like to point out is that we really want to go with a model that is going to be the most customer friendly. So that means no surprises pricing models. So it's absolutely total value package that we put together where we offer 24-hour support for all of our iCam users, so you're never stuck without somebody to be able to support you. And we don't offer per use, per case fees, which can be hidden fees that sometimes people aren't aware of.
Right, right. Well, overall, it was a great experience with all of this technology today. I will give a shout out to iCam's older uncle / big brother pick. So attendees get to use the pick when they're here. They get to use the iCam when they're here. We also have Micron Mapper. So there's 3 different photogrammetry systems that you're going to be able to get exposure to. We use RayFace and we use MediSmile. We also have Face Hunter from Zircon's On. So there's at least 3 facial imaging softwares. We've got the Biolumix, we've got Trios, we've got CBCT. The last part of the puzzle is, what do you do with all this information, right? So you've collected your photogrammetry data, you've collected your facial scans, you have CBCT, you have intraoral scans. How do you put it all together? Well, that's gonna be right over here. So the last part of the Full Arch Masters curriculum is where we put everything together and show you how to use this data on a CAD software, for instance, on ExoCAD. So if you come over here, you'll be able to look over my shoulder. This was the case that we did today. So you can see that her facial imaging has been loaded. We have matched that to her preoperative scans. So if I erase that, this is her preoperative scans. We did a full arch upper reconstruction on her today. So we removed some teeth. We used some existing implants. We use this data and we merge it to our design. So this was our design for the case. And then that is also matched to photos, which we like to use in the design phase, which is also matched to facial scans. So you can see this layered technique like Camille was talking about, starting to layer data. Now from here, we can also open our RayScan software. We can open up her CBCT and we can actually import our CBCT and create a completely digitized patient. This is the final x-ray for the case that we did today. So you can layer every single piece of this patient from CBCT, facial scanning, intraoral scanning, photogrammetry data, photos, suture gingiva with intraoral scans. I mean, you start to build a case for like 15 or 20 different items all put together. So here we have her CBCT. Her panel is gonna probably load in a second. There we go. So the combination of all of these data sets is what really sets Full Arch Masters apart, I think, is being able to collect all this data, but also understand how it goes together and what it means to do these cases fully digitally. Let's see if we can load. Okay, so this is the final case that we did today. You can see she had some existing implants here, some existing implants here. We placed these 2 front implants with the Navident, the navigation system. You can see I left some roots there. There's some root banking that was done. And we got a really beautiful result on her case using all of this technology and making the case predictable and accurate. So thank you, both of you, for being here today, just to kind of give a technology overview. That's kind of a, I don't know, sneak preview of what attendees can expect to see and be able to put their hands on and interact with when they're here at Full Arch Masters. So as vendors who come to these courses, what was your take of this course this week, the FP1 course?
Oh, we took another step forward, right? I mean, we linked all of this digital and pre-op with the execution of our surgery, right? And so there's a complete and sequential link. That's really what we're looking for. We want these things to be predictable.
Right.
And they're predictable when we can layer all of this information appropriately.
Right. And Christy, you've been working feverishly to try and spread the gospel of digital full arch. And so what was your impression of this course this week?
Yeah, I think I've had a nice impression overall of FAM, because what struck me is it's not only that this course was teaching doctors who were already performing at a high level when it came to full arch, so they can learn minimally invasive surgical techniques that are going to transform their practices. What struck me is that FAM offers something no matter what level you're at. If you're just trying to get into full arch and put a toe in the water and understand what it's all about, or if you're already operating at a high level and you're ready for that next level, it's great that you offer courses for any level. And I think that's a wonderful thing, and it's a great environment and a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Full Arch Masters podcast. I'm Dr. Ryan Dunlop, live from Fresno, California, at the completion of another successful Full Arch Masters course. Check us out online, fullarchmasters.com, and check us out on all the socials. Today is the last day to sign up under our Black Friday special. So if you want to get enrolled in the course, today's the day to do it. And we will talk to you soon. Have a great day.